Crowdsourcing for innovation presents a wonderful new opportunity for companies to tap into expertise that does not reside within their firms. And every company is going to do it in its own unique way. But at the same time, are there some general strategic considerations that help companies decide what kind of problem is a good candidate for crowdsourcing? I call these considerations a sweet spot. I talk to executives about what are the potential problems that they would consider putting out there for crowds to contribute on. And often they come up with a long list of problems. There are lots of interesting problems that people would like to solve, that they're unable to solve internally. However, if we start going down that list, it's actually not all of these problems are great candidates. Consider, for example, a problem of airline luggage handling. Many of us feel super frustrated waiting for hours for our bag to arrive, tracking the bags and so on. So it is a kind of problem lots of people would love to have solved. But that doesn't mean that lots of people have relevant knowledge for solving it. In order to really be able to contribute to this problem, one needs to understand something about how airports work, how airlines work, and how infrastructure around this whole process works. What really does constitute a sweet spot for crowdsourcing? I consider 5 factors to be strategic considerations that will help companies better find problems that are suitable for crowdsourcing. The first factor is whether you believe that there is a crowd out there who has relevant knowledge to solve this problem. The second factor is perhaps you are not looking for crowds for solutions, but instead companies are looking for crowds to evaluate decisions they're about to make, whether to offer a new product, to invest in a new service. Is there a crowd out there who could help you decide what would work better? The third one is whether you can actually motivate the crowd. Even if there are people out there who don't work for you, who might be able to solve your problem, you need to have something that will attract them to work on it. It would be very hard to get a bunch of Nobel laureates to work on your problem unless you have some really strong motivation. The fourth factor is whether the problem could be solved outside the context in which it was created. We call it decomposability of the problem. Is the problem decomposable from the context of its creation? And in that sense, somebody who doesn't know how it came about and everything around it could solve it. And the fifth factor is actually whether the company could protect the proprietary information. For for-profit companies, it is important to protect the information associated with describing the problem, as well as to be able to tap into the solution in a proprietary way, so that once the problem is solved, everybody wouldn't just be able to copy it. So those constitute the sweet spot of crowdsourcing and help companies focus on the problems that are more likely to succeed.